Hi and welcome to the great outdoors. We're here today in Mildenhall doing the Lark Valley Parth, which leads all the way along the Lark Valley River here, all the way down into Bury St Edmunds. You join us probably, well, normal walking pace, probably 20 minutes into the journey. As you'll see by the video, you have to cross over the A11, and yeah, it's not the greatest part to cross, but as you'll see in our video, we do show you where you're supposed to go. You move up past some houses, and then there's actually a crossing section where you can cross to the middle, then cross the second set of lanes, rather than try and run right across all the lanes of traffic. So it's a bit safer, but as you'll see, it's still quite sketchy. It's quite a nice day today. It was sunny this morning, but it's clouded over a bit now. But it's still quite warm. As you can see, we've only got sort of like tops on. Our plan is to walk to Icklingham, where we'll just go past there, and there's a wooded area we've seen that we're hoping to be able to wild camp in, and then we'll continue our journey down to Bury St Edmunds. Anyway, hopefully there'll be a little bit of drone footage in this video as well. I'll bring you back in a little bit.
We've just come off of the river. When you're walking along the river, which is the majority of what we've done thus far, there aren't any points. There's water either side of you practically all the time, and nettles, and you've just got the path. So we ended up slinging a coat down on the side of the path, didn't we, for a bit, to stop. But other than that, there aren't any extra spots, are there? Apart from the one where we've gone to camp.
Hello and welcome back. We're here in Icklingham, where we've just stopped for a pint in the Guinness Arms.
Seems to be getting on with it. A bit quicker than you.
Yeah, we can all tell who the alcoholic is. Yeah, we've decided to stop and have a drink, and we've also got some water bottles filled up here as well. They were nice enough to fill them up. To be honest, it looks a really lovely place to have some food. I can imagine it'll be lovely, but we had brought food with us, and she won't let us get food here. Anyway, there's also some really nice looking little places you can stay in over there that look lovely, but you know, they're probably expensive, and she wouldn't let us stay here anyway. So. Disappointing part is we decided to have some drinks while we were doing the drone, because we thought, oh, it's all right, there'll be a shop here. Being a bit naive, didn't check. There's no shops here at all. Supposedly the closest shop is back in Mildenhall, which is no good to us. So we're a bit short on drinks. It'll just be water, or we've got plenty of tea or coffee, to be fair, hot chocolate, so we should be fine. I would suggest we've probably got another, how long until where we're going to camp?
I'm going to say an hour.
About another hour until we find where we're going to camp. The time is now 12 minutes past 5, so we'll quickly drink these, some more than others.
Give me 2 seconds, I'll be done.
Then we'll start making our way off again, and we'll bring you back then. Hello and welcome back. There's been a little bit of change of plan on the whole wild camp front due to, well, you might notice that we seem to be in a...
It's a really luxurious tent.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately we're in a hotel room because stupidly we've realised that I forgot to bring any tent pegs with me. The thing is we keep all of our tent pegs for all of our tents in one big bag in our understairs cupboard. My job yesterday night was to collect everything for the tent, and I got the tent, the ground sheet, the sleeping bags, the sleeping mats, the pillows, but I neglected to realise I didn't have the pegs, because the Clout Peak 2 is the only tent at present that has its pegs with it, so you don't have to remember them, you just pick it up and take it with you. Yeah, I left them there not realising, and when we've got down and we were sitting, as you saw earlier, having a pint, Kelly sort of mentioned, oh, you know, you've got all the tent stuff, haven't you, and the pegs, because she was looking for something in her bag. And I said, yeah, I've got everything. She said, oh, right, okay. So then it started to make me think a little bit. Do I have everything? I'm sure I have. To then realise we don't have any tent pegs.
Because we bought the trekking pole tent.
And we bought our trekking pole tent, our One Tigris Tangram 2, which without proper pegs you can't set up. I mean, I'll be honest, if we'd have bought the other tent, even if that didn't have pegs, you can actually put that up, and as long as there's weight inside it, it's not going to blow away. Plus you could probably have just found 4 twigs that you could have banged into the ground in each corner just to sort of keep it steady, and where we were going to camp was alright. But with the trekking pole tent, it does rely an awful lot on tension of the cords and putting it down, so it literally would have just fallen down. So unfortunately we're going to have to stay in this really lovely comfy bed here, and on top of that, just to show you, which hasn't upset Kelly that much to be honest, is that we have a toilet, which, you know, it's nice, but we also have a shower, which, to be honest, Kelly's very yeah, the tent doesn't come with a shower, and yeah, so she's quite happy we have a shower, because we do plan on, once we get to Bury tomorrow, in having something to eat and then going to the cinema, and she didn't fancy sitting in her skanky clothing. So anyway, we'll probably say goodnight to you all now. I mean, we're going to have some food now, and probably go down and have another drink. But yeah, most people aren't going to exactly be interested in anything we really do now, due to the fact that it's not very outdoorsy. But we will bring you back tomorrow morning when we'll be out and doing the rest of the Lark Valley Parth. So see you all in the morning.
Night.
Night. Good morning. We're finally back on the trail. Just left the Guinness Arms. I would definitely recommend a visit if you want food and that. Food looks lovely. I admitted we didn't drink. We had a couple of drinks. We didn't have any food. But we stayed here last night, and the room was lovely. It's a really beautiful place to stay, and it's definitely recommended. You know, if you don't want to do a wild camp, you just want to do a walk and maybe stay somewhere, this definitely is worth it. I mean, according to our map, we've travelled about 6 miles. Issue is, there is obviously, as you can hear, quite a noisy road here. It wasn't a second ago, but obviously there's also some form of mill or something which is just over there, which is quite noisy, but you can't hear it when you're in the rooms, to be fair, but you can when you're sitting outside. But it doesn't spoil it. I mean, you can sit down the back of the Guinness Arms, where we did, on a bench, which is right by Lark Valley River, which is lovely, sitting having a drink, so that was really lovely. But yeah, it's definitely recommended as a stop-off point, even just for food. But if you want to split the walk up into 2 days, but you don't want to camp, definitely recommend this all day long, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, got breakfast with it as well.
And to be fair, it's not as expensive as you think. Generally, we paid £100, and that included breakfast. So, well recommended. Anyway, we'll bring you back in a bit once we're a little bit more into the walk again. I've been walking for about 15 minutes now. We're on the other side of Icklingham. As you saw that beautiful church there, that's supposedly really old, Anglo-Saxon times from my understanding. Little thatched roof on it, looks really pretty. Just to let you know, this here, the wooded area there, is where we did plan on wild camping. So, you know, we have seen a video of a guy, I'll post his name above, of his site of when he camped there, another YouTuber he found online. Yeah, so that's where we planned on camping, so not far really at all from where we stayed in that hotel. It would have been nice to have camped, but you know, it wouldn't be the great outdoors with the occasional faux pas, shall we say. But you know, I'm sure we'll get to camp maybe here at some point in a distant future, maybe. But you know, there's plenty of other places to camp that we want to do, so it won't be a problem. Really beautiful day today, sun shining, really warm, considering it's still the morning. It's really quite warm. As you can see, we're both in t-shirts, including Kelly, which is serious stuff with Kelly, because 9 times out of 10 she'll have a jumper. Even in the summer you'll find she'll have a jumper or a jacket on. So yeah, anyway, we're going to continue the walk a bit and bring you back in a bit. Along the side of this path there's another bit of woodland that looks decidedly campable. A little bit further on from the woodland we were planning to go into. Give it another couple of months, there'll be a lot more cover from the trees. We've joined on to part of the St Edmunds Way as well here. an Anglo-Saxon village, and they've recreated it exactly as it was back in the time when it was a proper village. And there's quite a lot round there by the looks of it. I mean, obviously we're not going in, we're doing the walk, but there's visitor centres and that behind us, as you can see. Very busy all along here by the river, but it's very nice. Nice walk around that lake. And for kids as well, you've got a huge play park over there, which I'm sure most kids would love. So it could be well worth a visit. I know we plan on coming back here at some point with our children, and I'm sure plenty of you viewers with kids will probably want to do the same. But yeah, looks well worth a visit. Oh, is this all Kelly's food, is it? You know where you put that caravan? fact that was there, this would be quite a good area to fly the drone on the water. Oh, you plugged it into the mains. Good plan. Hello and welcome back. Let's go past the golf course now. From what I saw of another YouTuber's video, it means we're not that far from Bury St Edmunds now, because if I believe myself to be correct, in his video he actually ended his video shortly after this golf course. Couple of things that I think are worth noting. The Lark Valley Parth, from what we've seen, is not very well signposted. If you're doing the St Edmunds Way, on the other hand, very well signposted. Lots of signs for that. And I didn't realise how much of the path that this does follow. But yeah, you definitely need to make sure you bring a map, whether it be a standard paper map or using something like Outdoor Active like we do to do the walk, because you really at points won't have any clue where to go. I mean, I'll be honest, even with Outdoor Active at points it's quite difficult to work out where you're going. Kelly had plotted the course, the path on her phone, and you do seem to come up with all different lengths of the Lark Valley Parth depending on where you look it up. It sort of goes from 13 miles right up to sort of almost 16 miles. So exactly how long it is, I don't know. There obviously is sections where are taken with sort of interpretation of where the route goes, because I've watched quite a few videos on this walk from different YouTubers out there, and there seems to be a lot of different paths being taken. Only very small little detours, but you know, they probably do make a reasonable distance correction in the how long the walk actually is. We have really enjoyed the walk so far, but we're both flagging a bit now, carrying the big heavy bags. It's starting to get to us a little bit now, especially considering obviously not having the wild camp does kind of, well, irritates Kelly probably a little bit more than it does me, in the fact that we've carried these bags with all of our camping equipment in and ended up not needing it. But that doesn't take away the fact that where we stayed was very lovely. We were well relaxed, well rested come the morning, which maybe not so much if we'd have done a wild camp. But yeah, it's been good. I'll bring you back if there's anything of any interest coming up. If not, I'll bring you back and talk to you when we get to the end of the walk. Okay, see you in a bit. Hello and welcome back. We've done it. We've completed the Lark Valley Parth. We're here, right, literally the train station is just over the road where we've parked the car, and officially that's the end point, which we will make it there obviously because that's where the car is. We're outside Tesco's at the moment where the Hospital of St Saviour was excavated. Basically this is generally what's left of it, and the rest of it from my understanding is actually underneath Tesco's. It's been a really good walk. It's been a mixture of parts of the walk. The end part, there's not an awful lot of footage we've done because, you know, you walk through a housing estate, to be honest, so you're not really missing much on the video there, but you know, it's part of the walk and you do it, but it's not the part that everyone wants to see. How did you find it?
It was long, it was very changeable. You know, the first section we thought was a bit samey, wasn't it, along the river, and as I said yesterday, there wasn't a lot of room to manoeuvre sort of from the path because there was a lot of water, so today's half was a bit more open, wasn't it?
Yeah, nice. Especially the after about walking from Icklingham, it was, once you got out of Icklingham and out, there was some beautiful areas.
Yeah,
it most
really
definitely was a far better section of the walk. There was more to look at. There was quite a lot of very quiet areas of it as well, which was nice, but there was some busy areas, being the fact that it is Easter Sunday, so you're going to expect there to be a lot of people out, but you know, we felt like we found some gems of places to come, maybe especially with our children, as we've said earlier, and you know, the weather has been absolutely amazing.
Stunning weather today. Yeah.
So
to note, don't expect to stop in shops and pubs along the way.
Yes, there's literally nothing. Once you're out of Icklingham, there's literally nothing after that really. You can probably come off the path a little bit and find places, I would imagine, but you'd have to check that out yourself. But anyway, we hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and any comments, as we always say, are very welcome, and we'll see you all soon in the next adventure. Bye for now.